Look at what we have here. So you've probably heard of Surge if you found this video. This Surge is actually from 1997. This is a 12-ounce can. Just to prove to you that it is, look at the date there, October 6th, 1997. This means that this can is almost 22 years as of the recording of this video, which is fairly early 2019. So years ago, I remember my dad took me to Pep Boys. It's an auto store chain. A long time ago, 1997 probably, around that time, maybe. Yeah, it would have been 97. It's right when Surge first came out. They had a big vending machine. And I saw a dude get a Surge out of there, and this dude looked like he was 300 pounds and lean, like a kind of bodybuilder mechanic type. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like 6, 7 years old. I'm like, I want to be like that guy. So I asked my dad if I could have a Surge, and he got me a Surge. And I remember in the back of the car, looking inside of it, and thinking, wow, it actually is green. And it really is. It's sort of that lighter color green that you see here. So Surge didn't do the greatest. It did initially, but it eventually went the way of the dodo bird and it was reintroduced. Well, it was killed off around 2002. It had a brief rebranding. See, it has kind of a less in-your-face logo, and they had some promotion too. So kind of a lame. I don't like this logo nearly as much as this cool 1990s style. So it didn't do well when they tried to get it back going again. And it was gone from 2002 or so until 2014 when they released these bad boys on Amazon, the 16-ounce version. And now they have actually another. Grab it here, my little. There we go. This one's about a year old. So they look nearly identical. I have not seen this size in the new cans in Michigan yet. This was sent to me from out of state. This one's from November. Expires 2018. So they look pretty much the same. The one on the right is worth way a lot more because it's full and from 1997. Now, I don't know how many of these are left. In time, these eventually leak. This one has not. I think I just got really lucky. I should probably sell it before it does leak, but I really like having it. It's really interesting. I will not say how much I paid for it. Before Surge was reintroduced in 2014, I did drink an older one. What happened was this one, or it was one like it, started leaking. Yeah, and then you drain them out of the back or bottom. And you drink them just to see what they taste like. And they taste pretty decent, except they're obviously very limited carbonation, and there's sort of a funky aftertaste. So I don't recommend drinking old soda. Surge also was released in Norway under the name Urge. They had trademark issues with the name Surge, so they dropped the S and changed the color a little bit. I've drank these before, fresh, and they're really good. It has sort of an orange juice little taste to it, and that's not just psychological because of the orange. It uses real sugar as well as opposed to corn syrup or whatever they use in America. So these are pretty good. This one's probably trash now because it's super old, but I kept one bottle. Good stuff though. I enjoyed it. It tasted very similar to Vault. Vault is Surge. Basically, it's almost the same. Vault was marketed as a hybrid energy soda. Try to kind of get into some of the energy drink craze, which is still going on to some extent. I really liked Vault because when it was around, Surge is not around. And Vault is a Coke product like Surge and is pretty much the same thing. It really, if you were to do the Pepsi challenge between Surge and Vault, most people, unless they see it, because Vault's a little lighter green, kind of a yellowish green like Mountain Dew, it tastes very much the same. I liked Vault. I like Surge too. Surge is more nostalgic, so most people would say they like Surge more, even though they both taste excellent. They're all meant to compete with Mountain Dew. They haven't. I mean, they've cut into Mountain Dew's market a little bit, but Mountain Dew is pretty much the king of this type of soda. I don't like Mountain Dew compared to these, but most people do. Mountain Dew has really good marketing too. When Vault was, it was doing okay. When Coke kind of dumbed down a lot of the labels, they came out with this design. This is Vault's last can design. There's also a camouflage can they did to honor our troops. It's fairly difficult to find those. Vault was discontinued. I think it was discontinued in 2011 or 12. I sort of stopped drinking it. I don't know why. I just stopped doing it. And I remember the last bottle I had, well, aside from some of these cans, the last bottle I had in the wild, if you will, was at a gas station. And, well, I don't really like drinking out of bottles. It just doesn't seem to hold a flavor in as well as glass or aluminum. Vault's no longer around. It's been gone since 2011 or 12 or so. I don't think it's going to come back, or it probably has very little chance of coming back because it would compete with Surge. And I believe Surge is doing okay. It's still in the limited release phase, and it has been since 2014. You can't find it at all places. It's not like Coke or Mountain Dew where you can pretty much find them almost everywhere. Surge, when you find them, at least in my area, Michigan, you pretty much only find these 16-ounce bad boys. They're usually $1 plus the 10-cent deposit we have in Michigan, but the price has increased significantly to about 50 cents because I believe import issues with aluminum. So they're about $1.50 plus 10 cents for the deposit, which you get back if you return the cans in our lovely state of Michigan. So sort of the whole Surge, Urge, Vault family here. My favorite soda back when I was a kid all the way to today. And I get Surge like this all the time. I don't drink coffee, so this is a probably less healthy substitute, but it works for me, and a lot of people enjoy it. I like the taste more than anything. I had one this morning, so I can't have another one today. You shouldn't have more than one of these. You really shouldn't drink this at all ever in your life, but whatever. You just got 100 years, so you might as well spend it doing something that's not too terrible for you and you can enjoy. If you have any fun Surge stories or Vault stories, a lot of people watching this probably have Vault is now in a nostalgic realm like Surge was and still is. So if you have any cool stories to share about it, let me know. Like probably a lot of comments are going to be, oh, this stuff causes birth defects, all this weird stuff about the effects of Surge, why it was canceled because it caused students to go crazy in school, all that frankly BS that's not really true. It's actually, contrary to popular belief, Surge has less caffeine than Mountain Dew. Doesn't look like it. Look how the marketing scared people, I think. 1990s was the crazy gun control kind of wacky stuff phase. Just people were afraid of everything. Bring Nerf darts to school by mistake and they get sent home. Kind of ridiculous stuff like that. Just par for the course, I guess. Kind of that's how what the time we lived in. So I don't think I'll ever drink that one. Eventually it's going to blow up. That's why I pack it, keep it packed pretty well in a fairly cool environment, just to sort of minimize the inevitable. I'm pretty sure these all will, with the exception of this, they get messed up. If you ever drink old soda, do not drink from a bottle like this. This stuff doesn't keep long at all. The aluminum cans, as long as they're sealed, they will keep well for decades. I still don't recommend drinking it because it's not. These aren't designed to hold liquid for decades, but some of them happen to do it. So just because it doesn't mean you should drink it. But I've done it, so do as I say, not as I do, I suppose. We'll catch you later.